So I've got my awning up here. It's supposed to rain either later tonight or tomorrow. Like there's a 100% chance tomorrow, I think, but tonight is kind of 50-50. So we'll see how this thing holds up. The wind died down. I was able to get it up finally. But this thing is basically held on. It's held in by tension. So see these tabs just kind of rest in there on the tailgate. So we'll see. I'm probably going to try and tighten it up a little bit more, but my grand plan is to set my table here and cook underneath the awning if it starts raining. So we'll see. It was a pretty quiet night last night. I slept really good. It was warm. Great night in the old truck tent. And look how calm the water is. I was sitting over here earlier and a couple of loons popped up out of the water not too far in front of me. But I've put the old hook and bobber on the pole there, and I'm gonna set my chair over here and just kind of sit down with my notebook and jot down some things and fish. So we'll see. I don't really expect to catch anything, but I'll have a good time no matter what. All right, story time. So a few years ago, my wife and I were at this campground, and I think we were at this spot. We might have been a couple of spots over that way, but I'm pretty sure it was this one because we had like a pretty good spot next to the lake, and I remember there being some like roots and stuff like nearby, and we had these old, like, they were kind of that style camp chairs, and they were blue. We probably got them from Walmart or something. I mean, they were old. This was years ago. And so we're sitting here fishing. I'm sitting somewhere in this area, and we're fishing, and since we weren't really squatching or anything, we were just here to have a good time. And I had brought some beers, and I'd had a few beers, I'm just sitting there fishing and drinking, having a good time. And this chair that we've had for years and has just been through hell and back, and just was a good chair, just out of nowhere, just the bottom just falls out of it and folds me up like a pile of laundry. And of course my butt goes down in the hole, feet up, hands up, and I am stuck. And of course, I'm sure the beer wasn't helping, but I'm sitting there trying to get out of this damn chair, and I'm trying and I cannot get out. My wife comes over, she starts trying to help me. I still can't get out. And there is a moment in my life where I'm like, am I gonna have to call for like the freaking fire department or something to come and like tear me out of this chair with the jaws of life? And I think what ended up happening is I ended up like rocking the chair and like falling over and crawling out that way, like on the side. But yeah, I never really thought that I would have that much trouble crawling out of a broken camp chair. But I think that might have been actually when we went and bought these. We got a couple of these from Sportsman's Warehouse, and they're working out pretty good. We basically, when we're not camping with them, we use them as deck chairs, put them out on the back porch. But yeah, that was the time that I got defeated in jiu-jitsu, basically, by a camp chair. So I had something kind of interesting happen a couple hours ago. I was setting up my stove and my little kitchen tote and getting ready to have lunch. I was going to grill a couple burgers, and I heard some vehicles approach, and like it sounded like a party. Like, I mean, like people, like women were laughing, and people, just voices like murmuring, you know, and it sounded like they were just like a couple of sites over that way. And at first I thought like it was somebody's radio, like somebody was playing a podcast or something like that, or, you know, listen to an audiobook or something. It was really like descriptive. And then I realized, I'm like, no, that's like people. There are that many people here, which is crazy because it's the middle of the week. I think there might be one more couple here if they haven't already left, and then there's like somebody back there. Like there's only like 2 other people in the campground beside me. And I hear this like hubbub, and I'm like, man, what the hell is going on? And I'm facing away from the road, like getting my stove set up, and I hear a voice behind me go, oh, the author's still around. And I turn around, and it's this federal wildlife law enforcement officer that I had spoken to last year. And I recognized him. He recognized me, and, you know, we shook hands and, you know, talked to each other, exchanged pleasantries. He asked, you know, I was telling him about my new book and stuff like that. Well, he says that they're here doing some kind of, I guess it was like a picnic for some kind of delegation. He didn't say who the delegation was. He didn't say who the delegates were. He didn't say anything like that. But I could tell, like, some of them walked to the site behind me here. I think some of maybe like not the delegates, but like the aides or like the helpers or somebody, like people that weren't really involved, walked over there and was eating their lunch. And, you know, these people were not dressed to be outside. They were dressed, you know, like for a business meeting or something. And then they were here, like I could hear the hubbub, and they were here for like maybe 45 minutes, about the time it took for me to like grill a burger, sit down and eat it. And as I was cleaning up, or just got done cleaning up, they left, and they had a federal law enforcement car in the front, and then it was a big like bus, well, not like a school bus, but like a tour bus, and then another federal law enforcement officer, and then a couple of vehicles behind that. So it was like a 5 or 6 vehicle convoy. And they took off. I don't know who they were or where they were from or what they were doing, but that was interesting out here in the middle of nowhere in the middle of the day. I'm kind of surprised they didn't go over towards Skilac Lake, because this is beautiful, but you don't really get like the mountain views here. You know, it's pretty much just woods and forests and lakes. But over there, you can get some pretty good mountain views at some of the campsites. So I'm kind of wondering why they didn't take them over there. Maybe they came over. Maybe they're going over there next or something. But yeah, that was interesting. I inadvertently crashed some kind of delegation picnic. So that happened. All right, guys. So on my way out here, I stopped and got this little table from Sportsman's Warehouse. It's aluminum, and it was on sale. I've been eyeing them for a while. I've kind of wanted one, and I thought this might be the trip to pick one up. And FYI, if you don't know, you can usually get a sports or a veterans discount at Sportsman's Warehouse if you show them your like VA ID card or something. But anyway, it was on sale. I got my veterans discount, and I had a couple of Explorer rewards to redeem, so I got a good deal on it. And my thinking is I'm going to set it up here underneath my awning, and when it rains, it's supposed to start raining here. If not tonight, then for sure tomorrow. I will have a place to work and cook and stuff like that under my awning. Hopefully stay pretty dry. I know I'm not going to be able to stay completely dry, but stay fairly dry. and then I can either eat maybe in the tent or in the cab of the truck. But hopefully this does the trick, gives me a little extra room to work with, and I don't have to be exposed to the elements like I would be if I was down there in the regular campsite. So we'll see. I'll give you guys an update on whether that works out for me or not, or if it was a complete disaster. And if it's a complete disaster, I have enough snacks and candy bars and protein bars and just snacky snacks that I can eat probably for the rest of my time out here and not have to worry about it. I probably don't have to cook another thing as long as I'm out here if I don't want to. But I really like to cook all the hamburger and hot dogs I have so they don't go to waste. I'm a little concerned. I got a little warm today, and they're, you know, the cooler, it still has ice in it, so I'm not that bad worried, but I think it's going to cool off because of the rain. So I think I'm okay. But if I get too worried, I might be forcing myself to eat like a whole pack of hot dogs and the rest of the hamburger I have left. I'm joking. I'm not going to do that, but I'd probably eat more than I should. But yeah, this is a aluminum table picked up from Sportsman's Warehouse, and we'll see how it fares.